tonight. Welcome back to the State Farm Champions Classic. An ESPN Sonic blockbuster. Back inside State Farm Arena here in Atlanta, the second game, and it's a doozy. It is Ron Groover, Courtney Green, the officials here in the nightcap, and we are underway.
And Kentucky in the years under John Calipari had young teams, but Kentucky's youngest starter is older than Duke's oldest starter.
Williams the handoff. Williams comes from Drexel. Oweh from Oklahoma. Robinson, as we mentioned, from BYU. Now Carr defended by Flagg. The turnaround is short. And down with the rebound is Kaman Maluach.
Maluach played on the South Sudan Olympic team. And he is long, a shot blocker, and everything around the basket. He dunks.
And it'll go for Flagg. As this year, none of them played together, none of them knew each other, but they appear to have come together very quickly. Two big wins for Kentucky over Wright State and Bucknell. They reached or exceeded 100 points in each. Up and in, Tyrese Proctor makes it 4-0.
And Duke's pressure making it difficult for Kentucky to run their cuts, but getting the ball down court quickly and beating Duke's defense to the other end is always going to be the recipe.
Well, but he is off to a terrific start, just now entering his third year as the head coach. Dave.
Oweh is a really good defender, averages 2.5.
And here comes Butler. Carr thought about it, now Oweh.
Williams such a good passer, and there it is.
They run a lot of offense through him at the high post. How often do you see the five-man hit the point guard on a backdoor cut?
You really have to put pressure on him if you can. He's averaging over 4 turnovers, but he is an excellent passer.
Maluach on the offensive glass.
Maluach, the leading rebounder for Duke, averaging over 10 a game, and 4 of them on the offensive end.
The 7'2" freshman just loaded with potential. Carr, yes!
Just a simple little pick and pop.
And go 10 deep. That's what he has done in each of the first 2 games. If this is a tighter game than the first 2, we'll see if the rotation goes that deep.
Yeah, Duke can go 10 deep as well.
Yeah. Proctor from the foul line knocks down a tough shot to put the Blue Devils back on top.
He's had a really confident start to this season. He's off the ball now, playing as an off guard because he's at his best when he's catching and shooting 50% from 3 to start this season.
Caleb Foster is the primary point guard right now. If you're wondering about Jeremy Roach, he is now with the Baylor Bears. Oweh knocks it down, and it is a 3.
Well, Oweh was not a three-point shooter at Oklahoma. He's more of a downhill driver. But he's knocking threes down at Kentucky early in his career.
Duke, like Kentucky, 2-0 on the season. Wins over Maine and Army, so both teams really stepping up in competition here. And Proctor's got another one.
Fox did a great job at Nevada. He was the head coach at Nevada. Coached Nick Fazekas back in the day, then became the head coach at Georgia after that.
Corner 3 for Andrew Carr.
And Mark Fox was telling me that Andrew Carr is going to do really well in this system. He was so efficient in his time at Wake Forest under Steve Forbes.
Cooper Flagg with the pull-up.
He's got a select team against the Olympic team. And he really impressed the NBA players. They were all talking about the talent that he has and how good he's going to be.
He was the only player on that team who is not currently in the NBA. Kerr Kriisa. And you can hear the chant of "Go Big Blue" right now here in Atlanta. And another 3. This one for Ansley Almanor. Again, 10 guys who had never played together before. A lot of bonding activities in the summer and the fall to get to know each other. And Mark Pope preaching over and over the collective. Give of yourself to the group. And
I think that's the kind of culture that Mark Pope is trying to build with this team at Kentucky.
So Robinson told the group.
He said he was going to be the master,
the great translator. As a freshman, and then switched to Kentucky. But he's the one guy who had actually played for Mark Pope at BYU. So he told the rest of the guys, I got this. I'll explain to you what he means.
And Jackson Robinson is selfless. I mean, he was the leading scorer for BYU last year as a sixth man. He came off the bench, never complained.
What he says about you.
And he made 100.
So Flagg, rebound, 4 assists, 2 steal, 2 block kind of guy. He's gonna put numbers up in a lot of great shooters in the country.
Yeah, he's still shooting over 70% from 3 with that miss.
Flagg driving on Brea, and that's going to go. Extra pass, Almanor wide open, and Foster down with a rebound in traffic.
Almanor does not miss many of those. He's a terrific catch and shoot guy.
Look out in transition, Zion James. It is tied at 19. Williams steps in, and that will go. And a bit of a fortunate bounce there. And Foster's having a big night. He's down with another rebound.
Well, that's a shot that Brea can make, but Knipple did a great job of putting pressure on it. That was a challenge 3. How about that block by Malowacz?
The first of many, no doubt. And how about the night a year ago as a Boilermaker? John Shire will tell you a lot about wanting the fit from the transfers. Guys like Gillis and Brown and James saying, you know what? They're over themselves. They're all about fitting in on a team and helping them win. And that was very important to John Shire. Not just the talent, but the fit on this team when they went into the portal. That is going to count.
Amari Williams, the lefty, a 7-foot grad from Nottingham, England. That's how you get yourself called the Sheriff of Nottingham. Block shots and make those.
Marfrin's defensive player of the year, but he's got a lot of offensive ability as well. And did we have a lane violation? And it winds.
He was all defensive team 3 times in the Mountain West. He can put great pressure on the ball, get steals.
Hit a pretty big shot, didn't he, a couple of years ago, the national semifinal to send the Aztecs into the national championship game.
But even after Caleb Foster got past him, he got right back in front. And that's a big-time defender. And here's Malowacz. After the ball's let go, he just erases it. I mean, I was at practice earlier this year, and I think it was the first practice that Malowacz, you know, he was named after me, and I don't see any players in the NCAA named Billis. Just saying.
Nobody wears Billis on the back of their jersey, huh? I mean, Anthony did. But he kind of had to. Missed the front end. Knipple into Flagg. The help from Garrison, but a foul.
Well, the help was good. The reach was what got the foul. He was right.
And knocks down the Maine, and his twin brother is going to Maine next year. The Blue Devils prevailed 96-6. Long 3. And the rebound to Knipple.
Duke doing a good job sending all 5 guys to the defensive glass.
Flagg the kick. Oh, and Butler is called for a foul on a 3-point attempt.
Lease, that's where he got him, was afterwards. Instead of trying to block it, just bother it.
Knipple, a freshman, out-time leading scorer at Wisconsin Green Bay.
And Knipple does a great.
And he made them all. Proctor, no. Long rebound, and always got it for the Cats. Tipped away by Proctor. Knipple, and Flagg caught up to him to turn it into a 2-on-1.
Kentucky's offense further out on the floor. That makes passes and cuts longer. And drives.
Oh, wait, no. Williams misses the follow. Still loose. And Knipple into the front court. Left hand, and it goes. What an enormous number. What a career.
I thought that would get picked off. Mason Gillis could have had that.
Williams one-on-one with Malowacz. And it won't go, but the follow goes for Oweh.
Nobody able. Con Knipple starting out in the left corner. If you get a wide pin down for him, he can curl it. Yeah, they're top blocking him, so he goes out the other way.
Oweh gambles, misses it, and Knipple buries a three.
They were playing that wide pin down. They call it top lock. They were playing on top of him, so he couldn't come out toward the ball. So he just went to the other side and wound up getting the open three. Really a great adjustment by Con Knipple.
And the answer at the other end for Kobe Bryant to make it a four.
Box outs to keep Garrison off the offensive glass.
Malawacz got it, gives it right back to Proctor. Proctor now a junior. Step back three. Count it.
They got the switch. Garrison was able to stop his forward progress toward the bucket, but he just stepped back to the shot from that distance.
Butler at the point for the Wildcats. Now Brea. Back to Butler. And he got grabbed.
Well, Sion James.
Seven-point game, less than 4 minutes to go in the first half.
Kentucky has not forced a single turnover from Duke in this first half. And it's not like Kentucky's been turning the ball over like crazy, but Duke's got 9 points off turnovers, 0 for Kentucky.
The second left-handed layup of the night for Con Knipple, and the biggest lead of the game for the Blue Devils.
Just too easy to get a layup. There's too many points in the paint that Kentucky's giving up to Duke.
They've now got 20 points in the paint. Butler buries a three.
And the three-point line keeping Kentucky within striking distance. That's been the difference. Duke is getting easy twos, and Kentucky's making threes.
Proctor's had a terrific first half. Floats it out. Malawacz will slam it home.
Well, after that ball screen, Garrison just stayed too long on the ball.
Oweh turns it over, and Knipple has it for Duke. Proctor driving on Brea, pulls up off the front of the rim. Malawacz there to lay it back in.
Well, Andrew Carr was right there. Malawacz just went right over the top of him. And he's got a 9-foot 5-inch standing reach. He can basically dunk on his tiptoes.
He is all of 7'2". And Carr felt him coming, but draws the foul on Malawacz at the game.
Little middle pick and roll. So Malawacz steps up in the middle of the floor, and then Garrison stays on the ball just a bit too long before he recovers. And it's really difficult to help on that in the middle of the floor. Really.
Carr at the line for Kentucky, average event. And of course, having played at Wake for a couple of years, he's familiar with the Blue Devils and the Duke coaching. Foster and James out there together in the backcourt. Proctor out there as well. Three-guard look as Knipple misses the shot. And Malik Brown is going to get called for holding Amari Williams.
Well, Duke deciding to go to Con Knipple with a. In the last 2 minutes of the first half. Can Duke stretch this lead out a bit? They've got the possession arrow, so there's not a tie-up. They'll get the ball to start the second half. Or can Kentucky, down 6, cut into this lead or even take the lead?
Foster spins and hits. Good patience in the paint.
Well, a really tough play by Caleb Foster. With those fakes, he locked Amari Williams to the ground, so he couldn't go up and block it.
Williams driving on Brown, and that is going to be number 3 on Malik Brown. Get out! In Las Vegas right after that, and then a week after that, they host Auburn. Malawacz on the bench with 2, and Flagg has been on the bench for a number of minutes with 2 fouls as well.
There's that wide pin down for Knipple, and he gets the step up.
The pull-up, not just a catch, and one of the best things about this great event is seeing the dueling fan bases. Whoa, it's a lot of steps. Down to Proctor. And a good decision to pull it back out.
Duke's put together a nice run here. If they can get a score, They get the ball first to start the second half. That can be a nice little run.
Turn it over. And there is time here. Williams throws it away.
5.2 seconds to get the ball to the other end. So Kentucky wants to be up and not allow any straight line drive.
Here comes Foster. And had it blocked out of bounds as the half comes to a close. A spirited 20 minutes. I think Jon Scheyer is asking if there should be. Inbounded to Robinson. Look at the rebound by Williams.
Great kick out.
Away from the wing for three.
Boy, that is the best time
to shoot. Taken away by Robinson. Carr. Williams can't get the shot off, at least the first time. Now he will.
Well, you know he was going middle to try to get back to that.
Kerr Kriisa has taken the place of Butler for Kentucky. Knipple knocked away by Williams, but Knipple finds Malowacz for the class in the nation belongs to Duke. And between Flagg, Knipple, and Malowacz, you are seeing a lot of that on display here tonight. Carr to Owe, back to Carr. Somehow got it over Malowacz to score.
A nice little two-man game on the left side. And Andrew Carr very efficient around the basket.
Turnaround by Knipple will go.
Are you kidding me? He has got so much game on the offensive end. And he's a very good defender as well. Good pass.
Great cut by Carr, and he's heading to the free throw line. A lot of versatility, as you said, but it's really all built around.
Remarkable. And that's why Jon Scheyer can play this kind of schedule without concern. 1983 when Jim Valvano took the cardiac pack all the way.
Yeah, the ACC continues to not put up the regular season results that they would like, but in the NCAA tournament they have been as good as any conference. It'll be an interesting year in the league as Flagg lays it in. You know, you can see Duke's preseason in the SEC. So many good teams in that league.
Yeah, it's a monster. Boy, Cooper Flagg's made so many plays right in a row, the assist being the last of them. But that spin move along the baseline that he just made, and then the steal and the assist, he's showing a complete game.
Garrison at the...
They got to get Kobe Brea some open shots.
Yeah. Robinson dips that shoulder in, creates the contact, but Flagg comes down with a rebound.
Just great defense to challenge by Cooper Flagg.
On James. Again. James at the point right now for the Blue Devils. Foster on the bench. Proctor down in the corner. He's knocked down a couple of threes. Flagg has had a big game and draws the foul.
Just got a screen from when he was a junior in high school. And you heard how good he was, but you know, it's not. But maturity sometimes you connote with age, but it's really the way he plays. He plays way beyond his years.
Made his first 4 free throws tonight, just missed a pair there. Butler playing with 3 fouls, can't get by Proctor. And an injured Blue Devil. That 3 will count for Brea, and C kept alive by Brown. The kick out to Foster. Brown tips it back out to Foster, and that one is short as well.
Duke just has not been able to find the range from 3.
That will count for Lamont Butler.
Well, opportunity after opportunity for the Blue Devils. State gets ahead of steam, gets some contact, a little fake, and then finishes it with the left hand. Kentucky putting pressure on Duke.
He's got 7 players that he has already used and in the rotation right now. Kentucky. Malowacz looking for somebody to hand it off to, finds Flagg. Flagg spinning and has it stripped away. Gillis, the turnaround will go.
He's a presence there.
Flag for three. Yes.
Duke had been open.
Knipple driving on Williams, and it won't go down. Butler pushing. Great feed to Brea for the layup.
A great play off of 2 feet.
Away for Kentucky. It's still live, and it belongs to the Cats.
They are fighting for every ball.
Butler. And laid in by Garrison to make it a 4-point game.
And it was all the paint attack by
Flag with the ball, the high scorer in the game with 17. He's also got 8 rebounds and a couple of assists. Up and good. Give the freshman 19 to extend the lead to 6 as we get word that Sion James is officially out of the game. He will not return. Malawacz is questionable to return. Garrison knocks down a long 2 to once again to make it a 4-point game. Making up the scholarship players for Kentucky, a brand new team from all over the place, and they are playing great right now. They got it down to 2.
That was a great rebound by every 3, and Duke missed a few open ones.
Proctor open in the corner is fouled by Garrison. The junior from doubleheader, such a great test for all of these teams to really find out what they're made of. 2 with 5 on the shot clock. Proctor creates a little space but can't knock it down.
A good rebound by Andrew Carr.
A quiet night for Jackson Robinson for Kentucky.
He's been guarded by Proctor most of the time.
Whoa, a tough shot, and it's a 3 for Creason to make it a 1-point game. Inside Garrison, and Flag got a piece of it. And then Flag fouled at the other end. And he made them both.
And Lamont Butler's had some great success in attacking downhill.
Into Williams. He's got Proctor on him. Got a big size advantage.
Can also pass over him. Great fake.
Carr to the rim. And Andrew Carr is going to the line with a chance to tie it.
Under 30% from the field in the second half.
Malawacz back into the game. Twice has had to leave due to crack out.
A dangerous pass. That bounce pass. Cooper Flag almost picked it off.
Carr inside. Kentucky leads. Jon Scheyer calling out a play from the bench. 2:20 to go. And Flag is fouled by Brea. That will be the 6th team foul.
Communication led to an easy layup.
Duke ball with 2:15 to go, down by 2. Malawacz almost turned it over.
Boy, Kentucky right now. Kentucky's defense has been at a different level in the second half as opposed to the first. There's the switch.
Count the basket for Flag.
Cooper Flag tried to hold his ground and wound up getting his arms right into that shot, but Cooper Flag still strong enough to finish that play. What a big time play by the 7.
And Conley knocks down the free throw to put the Blue Devils on top. Malawacz in the game for Duke.
And because Andrew Carr can operate on the perimeter, he can take him away from the basket.
And Carr's got a chance for a 3-point play.
If he can knock down a three, draw Malowacz away from the basket, and then take him to the basket. Nice little shot fake, yet another one to get him off the floor and then go right into his body and still complete the play. Defense and then drive it.
They give up size at the 4 spot, defending Flagg at the other end, and now Garrison is back into the game for Kentucky, so they've gotten a little bit bigger. Flagg knocked away from behind by Butler.
But Butler's got a for Flagg. Knocked away initially, but it looked like his fingertips were on it last. Now it was caused by Butler, but watch the fingertips here. I think it went off Flagg.
Yeah, I think here at Syracuse, and his coach at the collegiate level, the pro level, played in the NBA as well. They saw Lamont Butler's name in the portal. They said they had to get him. They flew to Vegas the next day and they got him.
They're really playing through Andrew Carr,
who turns it over. But then a foul called on Brandon Garrison of Kentucky. 1-and-1 for Caleb Foster. Offensive rebound, Brown. And now Flagg driving on Carr. It goes! And it is tied again. One minute to go in regulation.
A weave out front.
Inside 10 to shoot. Kriisa blocked. Gets it off again. And it's down to Foster. A 7-second difference between the game clock and the shot clock, and Jon Scheyer wants a timeout. The last Duke timeout here in regulation. Into Flagg. Here he goes, driving on Carr. Lost it, and always got it for Kentucky. And is fouled.
Now, if the foul was before the shot, Kentucky will have to inbound it. A great play by Otega-Oweh when Flagg turns his back. Oweh's able to get in and take that ball away. The question is now, it's going to be on the, looks like it's on the.
Made them both. Proctor is going to inbound it. 10.3 to go. Flagg has it. Between the legs, struggling to retain possession, and he turned it over.
Omari Williams ever made contact with it.
That's when it looked like the right arm of Joe Lindsey went up in the air right.
Yeah, he's out of bounds.
It's certainly not off Williams.
Yeah, I thought he was out of bounds earlier than that.
They're going long to Butler, and he is fouled by Foster.
That's pretty gutsy. And really.
Missed it. Oweh keeps it alive, and he's got it. And he dribbles out the clock. But wait, was he fouled with half a...
Are gigantic plays. And Cooper Flagg just didn't block out Oweh, who went right over the top to knock that ball away and then grabbed it away from Knipple before getting fouled. What a great play by Otega-Oweh.
And that should do it. A 2-possession game, halftime deficit. To win a game of this magnitude.
A tremendous amount of fight by Kentucky in this second half on both ends of the floor.
What a game, and again, what a win for Mark Pope. Just his third game as the head coach at his alma mater, and they knock off favored Duke with a tremendous amount of fight coming back in the second half to win this game 77-72.